Welcome to Bilbao. You're inside the Bilbao Arena and Bilbao Basket. Welcome Falco Vulcano Energia, Szombathely to the second leg of this FIBA Europe Cup semi-final. A second leg that sees the home team lead by 17 points after what can only be described as a shooting exhibition in Hungary 7 days ago. 53% from the three-point line, shooting more threes than two-point attempts across the game. Bilbao just shot the lights out in Hungary, but all is not lost, and no one knows that better than Bilbao themselves. Twice Bilbao have come back in the FIBA Europe Cup from more than the 16-point margin. They have the two biggest second leg comebacks in the history of the competition. 19 and 17 points respectively. They have found a win, so they will have not been let take this for granted by a coaching staff and an organization that wants to do something that no one else has done, and the FIBA Europe Cup title. Well, Szombathely come here on the back. They got the win in Hungary at the weekend. Played without Zoltan Pearl. You would hope that's a precaution. But last week they shot 35%, only turned the ball over 8 times. In normal games, they would have been very, very competitive. 21 assists the Hungarian club dished out last week, yet they were on the wrong end of a 98-81 defeat. 18 threes, 53%, 27 assists. Last week, this team shared the basketball. This team really did walk out at the start of the game and just put on a demonstration. Bilbao were just a different level. Followed that up with a really massive win over Unicaja Malaga in the weekend in the Liga Endesa. Puts them in a 4-way tie for the places 6th to 9th in the Liga Endesa, tied with Unicaja Malaga. That's how big that result was. And amongst others, Juventud Badalona joined that combination of teams, desperately trying to secure a playoff place in the Liga Endesa post-season. Beautiful facility, the Bilbao Arena. And this club have done a super job, both domestically and in European competition. Get a quick look there at the third team on the floor. The three officials will give them a name check when the caption brings up their names. But those three guys, their teamwork, always do say as important as the teamwork of the two competing lineups. One of those difficult situations for Coach De Castro. His team, obvious favourites for this second leg, but they've still got to deliver. Complacency, not quite being at the game level they were at last week, are all going to be factors that Bilbao will take into account. Conversely, Szombathely come here with absolutely zero pressure. They didn't play poorly last week. They just ran into a steam train. An express train of a performance by Bilbao. In every aspect on the floor, Bilbao were just top level. The key for this team, though, Zoltan Pearl struggled in the first half last week, only had 4 points at the half, but 22 points on the game. He had no other teammate in double digits. He has to get support from the rest of the roster in terms of ticking over the scoreboard. They have the necessary talent. They've just got to find the opportunity. They've got to share the ball and really be efficient. Get to the fourth quarter and they've got a chance, then a little bit of pressure may begin to tell on Bilbao. The expectation will weigh heavy on the home team. Intro of the home team, super production here in Bilbao. The phone lights are on, the music is playing, and the expectation is high for these home fans. fiercely patriotic or fiercely regional identity in this part of Spain, and all their sports teams are just extensions of that passion. Well, nothing sums up that phrase of togetherness as than this team's performance last week on the road in Szombathely. Top level arena, big time aspiration for this organization. A back-to-back European title, or a shot at a back-to-back European title, is only 40 minutes away for Bilbao. Whoever comes out of the second tie, that game also taking place in Spain this evening in Murcia. Murcia Trowel from the first leg against Falco Vulcano Energia, and whoever comes out of that semi-final is going to be an incredibly tough opponent in this FIBA Europe Cup final. Where it's hard to know where to start in terms of who performs really well in the first leg. Obviously, Darren Hilliard with 18 points is a standout, but the performance of Melvin Pansar in the backcourt, 14 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, did it all, the Swedish point guard. Here is the third team on the floor, Mr. Prok, Mr. Limas, and Milkauskas from Poland, Turkey, and Lithuania, respectively. They take charge of this second leg matchup, and the prize is a big one. It's a place in the final of the FIBA Europe Cup. Starting lineups here for Szombathely. Verratti started really well last week. In fact, a lot of these guys started well last week. Tyler Pedersen started well. They all started well. They got contributions off the bench. They just could not maintain it. In the third quarter, they just got rolled over by a very high-achieving Bilbao roster. Support for Zoltan Pearl's points is key. If they can get that, and no one knows better that than Coach Konakolov. If they can get that, then they have the scoring potential to score enough points. It's can they stop or can they slow down Bilbao? There's the starting lineup. Keble and Hilliard. Melvin Pansar in the backcourt really did run the show in Hungary last week. Jaworski off the bench is just a phenomenal punch that comes in, really does hit hard off the bench. For Coach Morisaru. And this crowd settling down, they think, to celebrate a semi-final progress to the final. It's important for Szombathely to keep this game close, to keep this game competitive. They don't have to close down the margin all in one go. But if they could be positive at the half, it doesn't matter if it's 1 point. If they can be positive at the half, then they're still in the game. Well, as much as Szombathely struggled to get contributions off the bench, that wasn't the problem for Bilbao. 6 guys played 20+ minutes, 4 more had double digits. Everybody contributed. If they shoot 50+% from the 3-point line again, it doesn't matter what Szombathely do. They've got to find a way to change the rhythm of the game and get Bilbao searching for shots, not running their stuff, getting the shots they want, trying to get points in transition. If they change the tempo, they make it a little messy, if they upset the rhythm of Bilbao, then they have a shot. The one thing they cannot afford to do is start poorly and dig a hole that gets them 30 down on the tie early in the game. That's going to be a real mountain to climb. Come out, play hard, really relax offensively, knock down shots, and just make Bilbao think. Anderson, the number 32, the rock that this team builds the system from the inside out, has had a super season. And Szombathely in the black uniform will have a first look at it in the half court. Pedersen will move it on, takes the handoff, looks to be aggressive out top. Verratti looks to explore the pick and roll and kicks. Great job on the closeout, little hesitation, stop and pop in the lane for two is good. And a nice start as Novakovic gets the two. Good tempo. And Edson out top. Great little curl, inside, outside, the extra pass broken up. Played the passing lane, 3-on-1 break. And there's the foul, and Szombathely will go to the line. Super, in fact, perfect start for the Hungarian club. They played the passing lane on the extra pass, something they never did in a whole game last week. And then strong move to the hoop, and Novakovic goes to the free throw line. An opponent with no pressure is a very dangerous opponent. As almost as a free shot at the game. 4-0 start for Szombathely. Great cut, super cut, down, and executioner Kabik just came off the screen, got chased and just curled to the ring. Super pass. Statement play to open the account for Bilbao. Szombathely's rhythm here, trying to just explore it. Chad pass wide open, all day, all night. Can't knock it down, does Verratti. Iliad is fouled in transition as Benedek Verratti takes one for the team. Those are the types of opportunities. Good transition for Szombathely. Ended up with a wide open look for Verratti. Disappointed he didn't knock it down, and he, because of that, had to burn a foul. Iliad looks inside. Edson inside out, wide open for three. Knocks down the open three. And that's a little bit of, how was it last week? This is how it was last week. Campi gets his second made field goal. He has 5, Bilbao has 5. Mid-range 2 is no good. Getting open looks, Szombathely. Pansar looks to play in a little space. Penetrates, far side of the ring, misses the cute finish. Over the back, and we've got a shooting foul. I think players have now adjusted to the lateness of whistles at times. Late and right is better than early and wrong, obviously. And Saar misses the first. What a game last week. 14 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds for the Swede. Had a really effective Eurobasket last summer, well, last September. And he's had a super season for Bilbao, both in the Liga Endesa and here in the FIBA Europe Cup. Pedersen off the ball screen, gets a little advantage, looks to kick. Second little push shot, great. Helenson just dominated the keyway, gets a piece, breaks it up. And the big man again, the presence on the inside, takes away all the opportunity. Pansar turns down the ball screen, attacks it, now come back. short roll to the foul line. And then so they share the ball. Old style hook is good. Not quite a sky hook, but more of an old school hook than a jump. Poor decision, poor shot. So again, Hansson on the roll, goes off. A short roll, doesn't get the two to drop. Pedersen will advance it. They space off the pig. Hansson breaks it up again. Hilliard has it, 2-on-1 break. Spot up in the corner, wide open three is no good. And why wouldn't you take the option? I mean, Lex Font, that's his game. Get out on the break, spot up, and back yourself to knock the three down. Hansson's going to foul. There's too much pace and quickness. His laterals won't get him across there in transition. Substitutions for Bilbao. Novakovic on the free throw line again. It's a really positive start. Szombathely forward. Makes the first. Pilipopti is checked in. Two from the line. And Szombathely have started this game, you know, in a really nice way. When they slow the tempo, they look like they're creating opportunity. Inside out, penetration, attacks the closeout. Got a sideline violation as Arevic steps on the sideline. Sort of thing that really frustrates coaches. Pedersen into the half court. Doesn't really attack the ball screen, backs it out, wants to play a little bit of time with the basketball, moves it on. For the Poverty, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound, chance to run as Normantas will advance it. Solid step back, no good for three. Pedersen in transition. No one went to the glass for Bilbao. So Pedersen, they leave him alone from the three-point line. He says, thank you very much, I'll take that. Sorry, Varady, sorry. Just went underneath the screen, and Varady cannot leave him alone. Normantas backs out, takes the ball screen, looks to turn the corner. Needs a pass, goes inside, ball's broken up, got a whistle on the play as Basala Bagayoko, as he did last week, hits the floor, becomes a problem. Just so athletic, so quick, always available, always active as you get a replay of Varady knocking down the three. He's a really solid three-point threat. Got to find ways to get him open with his feet set. We're pretty much halfway through the first quarter, and Szombathely hanging around. Milwaukee can't get it to go, but the mess is cleared up by Babayoko. Middle pick and roll. Babayoko rolls, doesn't see the basketball. Now they go lob to him. He is not going to hold that one. Normantas, the ball's stuck. You've got to credit Kornikov here, Coach Kornikov. The way they're dealing with the pass out of penetration, the way they've absolutely taken away passing lanes. Absolutely a really nice adjustment from last week. Down the lane. Pick and roll is no good. Defensive rebound pulled in, chance to run. Normantas has it, and he has numbers. They give him the middle. He penetrates and kicks. Lazarevic has it, moves it on. Jaworski explores the pick and roll, wraps it around. Bakayoko, super pass, great footwork, easy two, but all about the execution. The ease of the two was about everything that went before. Extra pass for the corner, wide open. Can't knock it down. Great work on the glass. Super job on the glass. Toro comes down with it. Toro was another one of these Szombathely players whose first quarter in particular was just so active. Had 9 points early in the game, and then just as his points production just disappeared. Left-hand hook is no good, a little bit indecisive. Defensive rebound pulled in by Pedorasek. Well, they had to go. It's a great recognition. Stefan Lazarevic had the matchup and just posted up. And Andreas Tauo had no answer but to foul. Alexa Novakovic will sit. Just about beat the 5 count on the end line. Normentes. Margiris Normentes looks to turn the corner on the screen. Nice pass. Bakayoko again for 2. Again, his ability to catch and finish, top notch. Bakayoko dived so hard, got so deep, and then his footwork really did again show how well drilled he is. Anchored the foot, made the drop step, goes straight up with the contact, finds himself on the free throw line for the extra, and completes the 3-point play. Whelan has checked in for Szombathely, as has that man. Off the glass, 2 is good. Nice penetration as Tauo gets the 2 to drop. Normentes, guarded by Zoltan Pearl. Great to see him on the floor. Missed the game at the weekend rather. Looks like a precaution. Gets into the game early. Ball's knocked away. Pearl has it. 4-on-2 break. Just make the right decision. Tauo goes up for 2 is good. And we've got a new ball game. 3 minutes in the first quarter remaining, and we are back to tied at 13. Well, the first objective for Szombathely is achieved. Oh, until they just give up a wide open 3. Jaworski's just on the sideline, takes the handoff, and they just gave him space. It's like an open invitation. Have to take him out of the rhythm. Have to get the ball on the floor. Oh, there's the foul as Pearl is getting the same treatment he got last week. Just too passive on that defense. Cannot give him the time to get his feet set. Zoltan Pearl would advance it. Attacks it down the lane, gets deep, little floater in the lane. Rolls out, great work to clean up the mess. Akos Keller cleans up the mess on the glass and gets the 2. Hillard stops, stack and move, floats for 2, gets it to drop. Szombathely in the game for Bilbao. Quick release on the 3 is no good. Because Keller can't clean up the mess this time. And Darren Hillard. Hillard puts it on the floor, gets to the lane, goes upstairs. Szombathely misses the throwdown. Knocks it out to the 3-point line. They'll take 3 instead. They were just so alive to the situation. And Petrasek didn't need a second invitation. If you're open on the three-point line on this team. You're going to put the ball up. 21 points already in the first quarter. And the issue for Szombathely is they cannot let Bilbao get going offensively. They just won't have enough points in the game to get back in it. Normantas stops. Transition three is no good. Great work on the glass. Petrosek just went hard. He's going to be charged with the personal. Crowd love the effort, as they should. Well, I think the foul's been called defensive on Szombathely. Szombathely in the penalty. Bilbao, as they did consistently, or have done consistently throughout this FIBA Europe Cup season, have just played the cleanest defense. Not picking up fouls, not getting into situations that are going to hurt them. Well, Bilbao scores was tied at 13 apiece. 10-2 run. Keller, nice pass. Super finish. Great cut. Patrick Whelan gets the two. But Keller all about the pass. 21 assists as a team last week, Szombathely. As I say, they had good numbers. But they played a team that had great numbers. Hansar moves it on. Petrosek with his feet set is off. Mess on the glass, cleared up by Taro. Pearl in transition. If you don't stop him, he's going to try and find his way to the ring. Turns it over, going the other way. Hillier with the opportunity to attack it. Doesn't like the maths. Open three in transition is no good. And if you are open, you have the green light. Whelan has it going the other way. A little bit up and down in the last couple of possessions. So Falco Vulcano. Szombathely will slow it. Zoltan Pearl, 7 on the quarter. The extra pass to the corner, have to put it up. Wow, they turned it over. Defensive rotations absolutely spot on for Bilbao. Took away the first option, made them make a pass. That pass was out of bounds. They've got 8 seconds. Put 25 or 26 points up in quarter one. Well, 0.8 rather. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. And as good as Szombathely were, Bilbao were just better again. They lead it at the end of one here in the Bilbao Arena, 23-17. Szombathely are in this, but being in it is not enough on the night. They trail 17 points from the first leg. Here's the numbers. Bilbao putting up some decent percentages again, but the three-point percentage down at 33 is just normally good. Already with 6 assists for the host team. Szombathely 6 down. They had a lot of opportunities to be less than 6 down. Don't forget, tied the game at 13 apiece, and you thought that's exactly the first quarter they need. Just keep the tempo under control. There's the replay of the Patrick Whelan back cut off of the staggered back screens. Great execution. It's straightforward. Well, it's a straightforward statement. Win the game. If you can win the game, if you're Szombathely, then see where the points difference finds you. But win the game if you can, and then worry about the margins later. So 6 points at the end of the first. Not a disaster, but they trail now by 23 points, and they do not want that to get any larger going into the half. So Bilbao will have possession at the start of 2. Pansar will take a look at his options and get his team on the same page. Hilliard off the down screen. And Ensemble ball screen, he'll dive deep. Great pass off the coaching board onto the floor. Beautiful execution. And the Icelandic big man throws it down with some authority. And a lot of stuff off that swing through back screen to get a little bit of advantage on the catch. Foul on the 3. Verratti taking some responsibility, draws the contact. Alexi Font picks up the personal. This is the middle of the 3 shots. It's stating the obvious, but they're going to have a pretty much perfect game at the offensive end, and they're going to have to disrupt at the defensive end to be close enough at the back end of this game to mount a credible attack on qualifying for the final. Hands on outside, hands it off. Hilliard to attack it, gets deep. Goes back to the middle, turn around, jumper is no good. Defensive rebound pulled in by Verratti, he'll push it. This is where Szombathely have established a nice tempo. In the half court, they actually execute pretty well. Keller with the 3, knocks it down for fun. Akos Keller, little pick and pop action for 3. Looks a really productive option for the Hungarian club. Shot in the corner is no good. Super work on the glass, but finally cleaned up. Verratti drops it. Extra pass to the corner. The open 3 in transition is no good. Keller's on the glass. He can't get it. Hilliard cleans up the mess. So that's a super pass. Well, Font leaked out. But the quality on the pass by Hilliard, just exceptional. Pearl, foul line jump shot, bread and butter time for Zoltan Pearl. He knocks down the 2. And that's a very rare occurrence for Pearl. Caught the ball in space, shot the ball in space. Hasn't happened to him so often in this tie. Hilliard just explores it. Wraps the extra pass to the corner. Font attacks the closeout, gets inside. Off the glass, will draw contact, and Keller will be charged with the personal. You have to get out to Martin Grandplay. You have to get out to him because he really is a really effective stretch forward. Will shoot the 3 and shoot it very productively. Finds himself on the free throw line. In the half court, Verratti moves it. Keller goes floating, doesn't get it to drop. Out of control, a little on the shot. Here's Pansar, he'll advance it. Looks to attack early, gets to the foul line. Little floater in the lane, soft touch for 2. If you don't stop him, he's gonna get a shot. Verratti goes upstairs, too much traffic, but it falls in off the defense. Keller finds it amusing. So, captain Szombathely will pick up the 2. Pansar outside, looks to explore. Well, he gets an angle off the glass with no real pressure. Nice finish in the end, but defensively, got to be better than that by Szombathely. It's going to be an offensive foul. Pansar did a really nice job getting over the top of the screen. He'll sit. Finally decide to make a substitution coming in off the Szombathely bench. Benedek Verratti will sit. Another Toro in the game for Szombathely. Really did need his aggression and activity on the glass. Normantes hesitates, gets to the middle, tries to take the tough one off the glass. That's a finish. That's a seriously tough shot. And Szombathely will take the timeout. They trail by 9. It's beginning to get away from it a little. So Coach Konakov wants to talk it over. Here's Normantes. Can't really do a lot else. Okay, they have the mismatch. Let's take a listen to the timeout.
To shoot, make the foul. At least one time, make the foul. We give them. They score by score and they're under the rhythm. All right, let's go, guys. Cut the rhythm, use the foul. Hey, Lumu, Zozo, come out, stand off, okay? DP, Toro, mate, 1 second more than usually. Quick pass and continue to the side. It's Zozo. Let's go, sharp pass.
Well, Coach, not happy with the productivity out of the mismatch in the low block. As he said, if you are at a disadvantage, if they've got the opportunity to get a shot they want, you have to steal or foul. You have to actually give up a foul if you, in that scenario. Don't wait for them to shoot, give them the extra. Foul them, get them on the floor, sort the defense out. Something that you would hope that they would have talked a lot about before the game. It's, the guard post up was an option that Bilbao went to quite regularly last week, so shouldn't be a surprise. Tough one in the lane is good. Well, Pearl with another 2, just has so many tools in that locker to break you down. Mid-range, just phenomenal. Catch and release off the screens, no good. Mess cleaned up. Pedersen will look to lead the break. Pearl has it. Defense is not set. He's really dangerous at this point. Steps through and kicks. The open 3 is good. Great execution in transition. Really found a way. Whelan with the 3. Everybody in national team basketball plays for Great Britain. We've seen Patrick Whelan knock down open shots. Closes it to a 4-point game. Normantes. Petrusek off the glass for 2. Well, Petrusek is giving you a demo here. Shot the 3 ball early, shot it well, then goes to the inside halfway through this second quarter. Still a 6-point game. 23 points on the tie. Pedersen, second move, has to create off the glass for 2. Gets a little bit of a helping hand from Coach. And smart is an understatement. Margaris Normantas draws the contact in transition. Defense not set. Puts it up. Will go to the free throw line. Heads up. Bognar picks up his second. Magayoko dives, doesn't see it this time. Belikasek moves it on. The three on the ball reversal is no good. And they're having to find different ways to score as Jaworski misses yet another three. Chance to cut this to a one-point game or two. There's a foul as Pedersen was going up. Yoko will be fouled, charged with the foul. I love the way this guy comes into a game and has impact. Okay, it's a foul this time, but things happen when he comes into the game. Tyler Pedersen on the free throw line. Chance to make this a two-point basketball game. Pedersen makes the second. Just with the three, high arcing. Again, it's the same thing. You think you're guarding, you've got to make the guy put the ball on the floor of this team. If you let them stand and shoot, they're going to make too good a percentage. Pedersen gets to the foul line, kicks it. So hesitates, had the open three. Whelan won't turn it down. Great rebound, super rebound. Can't get the two to go. The ball will go back to Bilbao. Bognar did a great job on the glass, just couldn't manufacture a finish. Whelan will sit. Three and a half to go in the half. 6-point basketball game. Jaworski moves it on. Extra pass to the wing. Do not delay. Put up the three. Babiako's on the glass. Fights for it. Comes down with it somehow. Will back it out to give the new full team. Great work defensively. Trying to run on the break here. They have the extra person. Just got to find the open man. Pedersen on the inside for two. Great recognition in the end. He'll go to the free throw line for the extra. Completes the extra point. Back to a three-point game. They're giving themselves an opportunity here. Down three. Normantas has it. Go handoff. Quick take, good tempo. Jaworski moves it on. Again, the open three. There's no debate about is it a good option to take it. Foul's going to be charged on the glass. Lazarevic picks up the personal, I believe. If you are open, pull the trigger. That's literally the mantra here. Lazarevic picks up the personal. Pedersen into the half court. Single possession game. Opportunity to tie on this trip or down one. Tolo tries to explore the pick and roll. Goes inside with a pass. Can't get that to drop. Great effort on the offensive boards. That will go back to Bilbao though. Bognar in particular all over the glass. they're the situations where Toro's got to start making that contribution he made in the first half last week. Come up with the offensive rebounds. Get the second chance points. Extra pass again. They do not think about moving the basketball. Here, I can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound pulled in. Chance to go. Noah has it. Off the glass for two. Cannot take the gimme. Going the other way. Szombathely has it. Needs a pass. Finds one. Jaworski. Hansard just about saves the turnover. Hansard. Wheels, deals. Steps back for three and draws the contact. Wow, that's the tickle on the elbow. And it only has to be a tickle because if he hit the elbow at the right time, it's going to really change the arc of the shot. Pansa on the free throw line. Pansa trying to re-establish the 6-point lead. 6 at the start of this quarter. 6 with 1:44 to go. Szombathely, if they could win the last 140, will hit the halftime locker room in a really positive place. Pedersen will get it into the half court. Toro takes the ball screen, explores his options. Does a little dancing in the lane and then misses the easiest part of it. Just created so much space. Couldn't get it to drop. Pansa comes off the ball screen, looks inside, moves it on. Font. They're going to call the travel. There you go. There's a little stutter, which counts for a few steps, and then the extra step after. There you go. Let's take a listen to this Bilbao timeout. Well, you always say going into the half, if you can get into the half with some momentum, it's going to put you in a really good place. That's exactly where Szombathely want to be. Come out of the timeout, get the score, get a stop, and see where that leaves you at the half. They turn it over though. The absolute worst. And Kempe with his second throwdown. And what could have been a 3-point game has opened out to an 8-point game. Last minute of the first half. They cannot have a lapse here. Toro outside. Skips it. Penetration. The Poverty just about recovered. Turnover, turnover, followed by turnover. The last two possessions have been absolutely nightmarish for Szombathely. Hilliard really rubs salt into the wound, and he does. What a 6-point game has just ballooned to an 11-point margin, and Szombathely simply have to hold to get this back to single digits. Last shot of the half, absolute horrendous end. Pearl, long two is no good. Gets it back, has to put it up quickly. Gets a little space, fires up the prayer, doesn't get it to drop. And that will do it for the half, and the last minute that Szombathely will want to forget. Down 6 with the basketball. Opportunity to go into the half, really close. Turned it over in 2 possessions consecutively. Punished. Kept me with the first one here with a throwdown. And then Hilliard said, I'm going to knock down the 3 here just to rub salt into the wound. We've reached the half of the second leg of this FIBA Europe Cup semi-final. And Bilbao are out to a 48-37 lead, scoring for fun again. And they've got 1 foot, well, maybe 1.5 feet in the final. Let's take a look at those numbers. 67% from 2, only shooting under 30% from the 3-point line. Dominant on the glass, sharing the ball beautifully. They lead every statistical category. And they have come here wanting to make no slip-ups, get the job done, and get ready for a final. Szombathely have shown, though, they have a way to be competitive. They have that last minute of that first half has just undone most of the good work they did in that first half. Down 6 with the basketball. You'd expect them to get a shot. They turn it over. They turn it over on the next possession. And instead of being the 6 down, they turn out 11 down. Nightmare of an end to the quarter. Well, we'll take a break and we'll be back shortly for the second half here in Bilbao. Don't go away. Again, a tremendous performance by Bilbao, trying to make it to their second consecutive FIBA Europe Cup final. We'll see you shortly for the second half. Well, welcome back to the Bilbao Arena here in Bilbao, Spain. And the home crowd, very relaxed. The home crowd believe they're just one half away from the final of the FIBA Europe Cup. And Szombathely really were in this game, and they're not out of this game, but with a minute to go, 6 down with the basketball. You really felt they had an opportunity to go into the half, down 3, down 6 at the worst. But 11 points later, 2 turnovers later, Bilbao have got a stranglehold on the tie. 28-point margin at the moment. So it is a mountain. It was a mountain to climb, and it just got bigger in that last minute of the first half. That's the trouble when you're down by as many as they were at the start of this second leg. Just a dip, just a lack of concentration and focus, and you end up down double digits on the night, and it looks a long way back in the game. But they'd have been in the locker room talking about what they had to do, and what they have to do here is just, you've got to stop Bilbao scoring points, and that's an obvious thing to say, but if Bilbao have 48 points in a half, there is not much opportunity to get back into a two-legged tie when you're down 17. Quick whistle, start of this second half. What a season Zoltan Pearl's had. Great numbers in the Basketball Champions League, and then he has just been on fire in the postseason here in the FIBA Europe Cup. 22 points in the first leg. Just needs some support. Toro hands it off to him. Pearl tries to create, turns the corner. Great second move. Finds his way to the far side of the ring. Super finish. Zoltan Pearl, one of the players of the season, without a shadow of a doubt. Extra pass to the inside, and then Song can't get it to drop, and that's unusual. Ferrari with the pass and the throw down by Keller. And that's a superstar. Pearl gets points. They get points on the secondary in transition. Back to a 7-point game. Pansar looks to turn the corner, gets to the foul line. Needs an option, goes lobbed, and Anson is fouled and one. I think coach had already told Verratti in the timeout, if you remember, if you find yourself deep, if you've switched, you got the mismatch, got a foul. He's got a foul almost on the catch, because as soon as he's caught that, it's going to be in the act of to go straight up. And Anson completes the three-point play and reestablishes the double-digit lead. Benedict Verratti looks to turn the corner, moves it on. Pearl gets a little physical defense to break down the play. 5 seconds on the possession. Verratti has to try and create. Step through with the tough one, gets it to go. In their situation, any points in any way will do. Really does a great job to stay with the play. He gets it into the half court. Super finish. That's a tough finish by Martin Klemper. Just manufactured an angle off the glass. Here's Zoltan Pearl again, trying to weave some magic. Is fouled and gets hit again. Well, we said last week, Bilbao were not going to let Pearl get anything easy. He got a lot of physical attention last week, and on this play, he's getting a lot of physical attention again. Gets a blow to the face. Catch and release out of bounds is no good. Pansar hunts it down and will lead the break. Szombathely have numbers back, so Pansar will pull it out. Melanson is the middle pick and roll. He dives. Pansar stops and pops. And just strokes it for two. Looks a very confident basketball player right now. All right, he goes with a tough one, gets it to go. Same play, gets to a different elbow and kicks. Azarevic is off with the three. Szombathely with an opportunity to eat into this 9-point lead. Pearl, again, handles it in traffic. Second move, needs a pass. Verratti gets the little floater away, can't get the rebound. Iliad steps back, moves it on. Extra pass to Pansar for three on the ball reversal is no good. Defensive rebound is hauled in by Novakovic. Benedict Verratti slows down tempo. Zoltan Pearl will get the ball screen, looks to create. And roll, extra pass, open three off the beautiful penetration and kick. Novakovic gets the three. Back to a 6-point game. Iliad in the lane. Tough finish. Doesn't get the soft drop. Melanson can't clean up the mess. Zoltan Pearl in transition. Well, he tries to put the three up. Rampe took one for the team mid-court. Zoltan Pearl hits the deck again. Petrosek checks in. Pansar is out. Toro has the basketball. Pearl, nice cut off the screen. Verratti drops it inside. Toro with a little weight and flyby gets the two as he waved goodbye to Bagayoko. Normantas checks in. He has it now, moves it on. Well, they turn it over. Clumsy. Chance to make this a 2 or a 1-point game. Still 5 minutes to go in the third. What Coach Konakov wouldn't give for a little run here to go into the third with an actual lead. He trailed 11 at the start of this third quarter. It's been a really nice performance so far. Toro needs a pass, finds it. Pearl pulls the trigger, knocks it down for three. We've got a 1-point game. A few little worried noises from the crowd here in the Bilbao arena. It can't go to sleep. Normantas moves it on. Time and space is all you need on this team. And the green light for Petrosek for the three. Get it to one, you don't give up an open look. Zoltan Pearl spins, takes it inside, little weight and two. Zoltan Pearl just accumulating numbers yet again. Normantas explores it. Bagayoko on the inside, spins, goes back the other way, out of control, and travels. Well, this is a really super response by Szombathely to the end, to that performance at the end of the first half. Chance here to tie or lead on this possession. Still 4 to go in the third. Time to get interested if they get a little run going into the end of this quarter. Pedersen, who better to have the basketball, looks to attack it, moves it on. Bognar gets it to Pearl, who has almost had a touch every time down the floor. Zoltan Pearl Steps back for the three. Count it. And Bilbao forced to take the timeout. I think they've only counted it as 2. But we've got a tied ball game at worst for Szombathely. Zoltan Pearl, yep, toes the line, long 2.
Our defense, very bad, guys.
Let's take a listen.
Very bad. Too late every time. So only is contact Marco, but take a bet as anybody help. There, come on. Find the answer. Semi-final. Venga, estamos on top. Okay? Let the other guys score. Don't let him score every time. Go. Now, chest 4. But now, stringers, they want to drive 2-on-2 Marco Basala. Stringers. Vale, be ready, rebound. Vale, okay. Regular. Vale, okay. Justin, I want you this. Vale, okay, bad play, I'm fine. Vale, and try to play from this. And create, and play like a team. Come on. Hey, if you're not gonna fight, don't stop it.
Well, we said they just need to get Bilbao to think a little bit. And there's an example of them thinking a little bit. Talking about Zoltan Pearl. Talking about the way that they cannot let this team keep getting shots they want. And all of a sudden it becomes a game. They're not just relaxed. They're not getting whatever they want. Big possession coming out of the timeout. Scores are tied at 58 apiece. Just under 40 go in the third. A stop here and a score for Szombathely will make life a little bit more interesting. Jaworski's in the game. He moves it on. Normantas takes the responsibility and knocks down the 3. Why wouldn't you? The Lithuanian international, no second thought, no doubt yourself at that moment. Came off the down screen, picks the basketball up and just knocks down the 3 as though it was a drill. Great hands. Normantas single-handedly responding to coach in that timeout. Gets the deflection after the score. Pearl has it on the side. Normantas takes the responsibility of gardening. Looks to turn the corner, gets all the way to the lane. What a block. The help side came and the help side owned it. Normantas, the spark out of the timeout, really has turned it around. Jaworski off the 3, gets it to go. And that's how a good team responds. Szombathely have to respond with the timeout. 6-0 run back on the floor. Block shot in there as well. Here's the block from the weak side. Super job by Petrasek. Just came, lined him up. Jaworski, who doesn't do anything apart from shoot 3s, knocks down the 3. Let's take a listen.
First one was half shot. Okay? But doesn't matter, cut the situation of that. We talk about this all the time. Make 1 foul, doesn't matter. Third one, fourth one, make the foul. This is somebody they make the deal. What give them momentum. Let's go, guys, let's go. Hey. Fight. Hey. Jockey, be on the 5-man side. Be on 4-man side. Hey. One in. Okay. Pop out. You have it, Jockey. But quicker. And he's home. Get down.
Big trip for Szombathely out of the timeout. Got to get a shot they want. Bilbao come with that zone trap. Nice pass. Little weight and the easy 2. Super execution by Teo. The man who just steadied the ship. Normantas moves it on. Szyle has it, nowhere to go. Normantas gets it back, under 10 on the possession, just gets going, attacks it, puts up the tough one, but draws the contact. Pedersen with the foul. And Normantas has been a different level since Bilbao's timeout. Came out of the timeout, stroked the three, gets a deflection, comes down the floor there, draws a foul. He really has said, all right, enough's enough. We don't need to make this interesting. Let's just take care of business. And that's what he's done as he goes back into the, came back into the game late in the third quarter here. The Lithuanian international. Shows you why he's a Lithuanian international. Super job. Pedersen. Szombathely gets him to the half court. Normantas is just getting at it. Just getting at it. Just a super job. Pedersen, I think, would get the two. Toro just made sure. Every team needs an Normantas. Every team has that guy that really leads by example. Stop, pop, long two is no good. Szyle can't get the rebound. Toro does. Toro attacks it. Great work in transition. Toro's on the glass, can't finish the play. Szyle cleans up the rubbish. And Justin Jaworski has it. Dances a little bit to the keyway. Goes inside and kicks. Whistle on the play. Oh, nice play. Jaworski with his feet set. Doesn't get it to drop. He comes up with a rebound. Great work. Super, super job by Szombathely. Then they turn it over. He can't get the three to go. Defensive rebound pulled in by Pedersen. 4-point game on the night. Last minute of the third quarter. Good response though. Down 11 at the start of this second half. 4 down with the basketball. Toro for three is good. Make that 1 down with the basketball with 48 seconds remaining in the third. Normantas wants it back, gets it back, and attacks it. Great find. Petrasek is off for the three. Whistle on the play. Wheeler's going to be charged with a hold on the box out, I believe. In fact, Alex Font was charged with the personal. Patrick Williams drew the foul. Opportunity to lead. 6-second differential between the game and the possession clock. Pedersen has it. Pedersen hesitates, needs a pass. Super fine. Whistle on the play. Szyle was late. 2 shots given. Simply has to make these free throws. Bogner gets it deep. There's the foul. He wasn't doing anything apart from going straight up. Font's claiming it was on the floor. Font will sit. Bogner makes the first. Chance to get Szombathely to lead here. 14 seconds remain in the third. That's an 11-point turnaround Make that a 12-point turnaround on this quarter. Keller's going to check in for the last possession of this third quarter. They would love a stop right now, Szombathely. Just build a little bit of momentum. Iliad has it. Don't need to foul. But they have. Keller showed hard on the screen. I don't know if they're in the penalty. That is the fourth, I think. So it's a sideline possession. Linson checks in. Szombathely checks out. 4.82 seconds for Bilbao. Travel on the sideline. Moved on, wide open for the three to finish the quarter. It's done, and you leave open the most productive three-point shooter in the gym for Bilbao, and you have to pay the consequence. 69-67. Great quarter by Szombathely, but every single time they leave that little pin out there on the floor that they should have taken care of. Jaworski wide open, knocks down the three. Well, it's a great quarter by Szombathely, but they still trail by 2. They still trail by 19 on the tie. But there is a small slither of light at the end of the tunnel. 50% from the three-point line has really helped the cause for Szombathely. The game is pretty even, as you'd expect it, with the margin on the scoreboard of 69-67. Both teams always take good care of the basketball. But there is a chance here for Szombathely to put some pressure on Bilbao. Still a long shot, but a long shot is a lot better than having no shot at it at all. If they could get out to a good start in this third quarter, get it to, I don't know, just say 11 points with 5 to go, then there would be some nerves. But the trouble you have if you are Szombathely is there is so much points potential on that Bilbao lineup. You've got to be perfect, and you've got to find a way to get them out of any rhythm. Well, the faithful still believe that they're going on to the final of the FIBA Europe Cup. But there's that little bit of doubt now. Now that Szombathely are right back in this. This is how important the end of the first half was. That 6-0 run when they had the basketball and turned it over, they would have been looking, if it had stayed, roughly the same, a 4-point, down 13 with a half quarter to go. Go through some momentum. Here we go then, last quarter of this semi-final, the second leg here in the Bilbao arena. Iliad gets to the lane, needs a pass. Hilanson just about hangs. Hansar gets it to Hilanson. Jaworski drops it inside. Hilanson is fouled. Will have to go to the free throw line. Makes a second. First one was just an aberration. Patrick Whelan. What Szombathely wouldn't give for him to get a little hot from that three-point line. Down 3, 9.5 remaining. Whelan outside the three-point line. Puts it inside to Pedersen. Whelan's got to lose on it. Great defense by the Icelandic big man, Hilanson. Just owned the keyway. Really just played big in a super defensive effort. Just no pass there. No pass there. Go away. Get it out of here. This is my space. Tremendous work by Trygve Klansson. Hilliard goes inside and the flush. The third flush of the night for Martin Klemple. What, again, just pure execution. Great angle on the screen. Rolled, the timing on the pass just meant he just gathered it and went up. 1-2, bang. Klemple really has finished well around the ring. They talk about him really as a stretch four, but he knows and has always proved he can play around the ring. Hilliard, super timing on the pass. And Keller hobbles out of the game. Whelan moves it on. Pedersen. Whelan looks a step back, strokes the three, doesn't get it to drop. Gets tangled up at the 24-second clock. But you've got, if you're Patrick Whelan, you've got to look to try and take those options. Your team is down 5, it's down over 20 points on the tie. You need something quick and you need something. And the way that you can help is by knocking down the three. Hilliard with 2. Sweet. Sweet. Just takes the dribble up the keyway. Feet set, knocks it down. Toro leads a pass, finds a pass. Filipopti doesn't get it to drop. Offensive rebound on the far side of the ring is Tile. Filipopti is claiming the assist. Not doing enough to put enough pressure on. Tough finish. Hansar looks at the official and goes, look what I had to do to get those 2. Protected it superbly, gets the 2. Again, that defense from Bilbao forces you to the baseline. You run out of angles, nowhere to go, no pass. Klemple puts it on the floor again, gets to the ring for the 4th throwdown of the night. Well, if they're looking for highlights for this guy, look no further than this game. Rips through, puts it on the floor, takes some contact, and throws it down. He's having a game in so many ways. 15 points personal. 6 from 7. Well, to be fair, he's throwing the ball down on 4 of those. He's not exactly going to miss. 1 from 2 from the 3-point line. 6 from 7. So 5 from 5 from 2-point range. Pedersen puts it on the floor, wraps it around. Baseline 3 is no good. And Bagnor just can't get it going from the perimeter. Back out to a 10-point game. Everything's quieting down a little bit. Pansar, open for 3, is no good. The mess cleared up by Zoltan Pearl. I don't think even Pearl can weave the magic. Stops and pops the 3 is long. Hilliard, that's a pass. Well, he couldn't control it. Going the other way. 5 on 3. Pedersen, now 1. You gotta love the attitude of this Szombathely roster. Trying to find a way to stay in the game, trying to find a way to give themselves a shot at the win. It's becoming less and less likely, obviously. The celebration's already beginning. They feel a final. They know what it's like, having done it last year, going all the way to win the FIBA Europe Cup last season. And they want some of that again. Passionate is an understatement for the fans in this part of the world. Hilliard has it. Going again to that guard post up. Gets to the middle and kicks. And a three is no good. Defensive rebound is Toro. Gives it up. Pedersen swings it. Berardi stops, pops. Is no good for the three. Kempe comes down with another positive stat for himself. 6 to go in the fourth, and Bilbao just professionally getting this done. Benenson will hand it off. Elliott turns the corner. Broken up. Hands. Pearl on the break. Has it knocked away. They're going to take the foul. Elliott takes one for the team. Benenson will check out. And the energy guy, Bosala, Bagayoko checks in. Toro hands it off. Zoltan Pearl still getting the physical attention. Has it knocked away, recovered. Toro gets it back to him. Pearl. Great defensive effort. Second move is no good. And that is why this guy, Basala Bagayoko, is a real asset. Defensively on the ball, did a super job guarding the guard in terms of Pearl. Pearl's got a lot in the locker in terms of options to break you down. But the length and the quickness for Basala Bagayoko, exceptional. And play for the three. Can't get it to go. Toro with a defensive rebound, and Szombathely. Got to say, looking more for a pride victory right now. Toro goes to work to the inside, takes a little heat, gets to the far side of the ring for two. It's always there. He just gives you glimpses. Just need to see a little bit more of it. Mantas turns down the ball screen, goes the other way. And Saar playing the off-guard spot. Gets the two. A little bit of circus action by Melvin Pansa. Just watch this. And throws it over his head. Gets the two. Goes to the free throw line. And the resignation on the face of Zoltan Pearl. 4:31. Completes the three-point play. And Pansar looks like that's job done for the night. They are in a rich vein of form here. Only only 3 losses. 4 losses since the 1st of January. Have only lost 4 of 26 games in Europe Cup and Liga Endesa. One of those was an upset loss against Burgos. But they are mounting a challenge to get into the playoffs in Liga Endesa. They are on a march to the final of the FIBA Europe Cup. And they're as hot as almost any team in the Liga Endesa right now. And they are going to take a hell of a lot of beating in the final. Crowd just getting ready to really celebrate making the final. They lead by 6. That means they lead by 23 on the tie. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Jaworski tries to get a little separation. Normantas attacks the middle, goes strong for 2. tough penetration down the lane. It takes a lot of physicality to guard that. And Momentous just went hard and gets the two. Ball is out of bounds. So Bilbao with almost both feet in the final. We'll play the winners of the Szombathely Palk in the other, coming out of the other semi-final down on the coast here in Spain. Murcia at home to Palk. Trailing for the first leg by 6. At the half, they lead by 7. So that game has got something pretty special going on right now. The prize is to play Bilbao in the final, unless something quite amazing happens in the last 3:13. I think we can, I think it's an understatement to say amazing. No Mantas, just when his club were being threatened by Szombathely, No Mantas came out of that timeout and really did respond and gave coach exactly what he wanted. Needs a pass, moves it on. Down the lane for 2 is good. Nice penetration by Lazarevic. 7-point game, 2:30 to go. Taro hands it off. Novakovic. Whistle on the play. Taro's going to go to the free throw line. Pretty little pass through the legs. Taro on the free throw line. Got to take a moment just to acknowledge what a job Szombathely have done to get to this semi-final. Came out of the Basketball Champions League, get into this scenario, go on a real postseason run. A little bit of a Cinderella type journey. Zoltan Pearl was just a factor in getting him to this semi-final game. And they ran into an express train. Bilbao in Hungary were just phenomenal. And the mountain, clearly too much to climb in the second leg. Szombathely have proved they can compete in the latter stages of European competition. Quick release, Jaworski doesn't even think. He just loved the way this team accept the responsibility to shoot the basketball. Zoltan Pearl looks to create, moves it on, open 3. Well, rattles and drops. And again, Novakovic having a really nice game. Jaworski on the pass, got a whistle on the play, holding on the catch. 147. The last 147 of European club basketball competition for Falco Vulcano Energia. Szombathely for this season. Currently second in the Hungarian league. They want to be back for more. They've enjoyed this run into the postseason. But the defending champions are on a mission to do something that no other club has ever done, defend the FIBA Europe Cup. They'd like to obviously win both legs. They've only, as I say, only lost 4 times since January the 1st. They're not in the business of losing basketball games at the moment, Bilbao. 5-point lead. Bilbao have an 88-83 advantage, 1:30 remaining in the tie. Pearl with the wraparound pass. Toa just tries to turn the corner. That's a great pass. Great cut, great movement off the ball. He had multiple options. And the back cut by Bognar gave him the easy assist. Well, the good assist. They are a very, very good basketball team. Upstairs! And this guy puts a real exclamation mark again on another super performance. Basala Bakayoko went flying for the throwdown. Great timing on the pass by Normantas again. And his reputation, Bakayoko's reputation, keeps being enhanced. Toro will hand it off the other way. Pearl tries to work in traffic. Little hang time off the glass for two. Has so many ways to score. Zoltan Pearl, 15 points personal. Tasek needs a handoff, finds the handoff. Normantas, man of the game for me. Really has taken the game by the scruff of the neck when he needed to. Gonna have to put it up. Joski steps back from deep. Front of the ring. Bakayoko with the offensive rebound. Celebration time in Bilbao. Joski steps back for the three, fills it up. Does what he does. Jaworski steps back, knocks down the three. We've got a timeout. Do love the impact for Basara Bakayoko. Really does bring things to this Bilbao team off the bench. In fact, their rotations are really deep. Lots of options.
Moment when ball comes here, Alexa, from contact, I want to you run on elevate. Okay, doesn't matter. You use this situation. Read, or here or there. Quick, or quick drive, or quick three. Hey, we want basket and we want after they to start to trap and to make the play.
They will deny, hey? They will deny.
Alexa, we help.
Well, still working. Still coaching, still trying to make the most of every moment. Six-point margin. So Szombathely want the quick three and then want to stop. Or a foul, and they want another quick shot. Curl off it. They go lob, throw it straight out of bounds, whistle on the play. And if you're going to be ultra critical when it comes to those close and moments in the game, end of half, end of quarter, Bilbao have been so much better in those moments across the whole tie. End of the half, to remind you that 3 down with the basketball, end up going in 11 down. Want to try and get to a point of giving themselves a shot at winning the game. Turn it over, foul, game over. So areas where they've got to be much more efficient, but that take nothing away from the achievement of getting to a semi-final though. Petrasek goes 2 for 2 from the line. And it's almost let the celebration begin with a crowd. Coach and players will be thinking about winning the FIBA Europe Cup. The crowd are looking for another big night. Zoltan Pearl has it. Baseline whistle doesn't get the drop. We'll go to the free throw line. Azuevich fouls out. Part of the job was to physically play defense on Zoltan Pearl. He really did perform that in both these legs. Zoltan Pearl, free throw line. 91% free throw shooter, misses the first. Went 9 for 10 in the first leg. Had a super season. Still got to try and finish it off with some silverware back in Hungary. Makes the second. And that'll do it. Surne Bilbao take the win over Falco Vulcano Energia Szombathely, 95-88. Credit to Szombathely for a semi-final appearance. But you've got to acknowledge how good Bilbao were over 2 legs. Dominant in the first leg. Super shooting performance in Hungary. And in this second leg, professional with that capital P. Controlled the game, never let the game get out of hand. When it was a little bit dicey, Normantas just asserted himself and reasserted control for Bilbao. The Bilbao arena with a lot of people in it again, celebrating a back-to-back final appearance in the FIBA Europe Cup. That's not going to be enough. They're going to want to repeat the victory. Whether it's Murcia or Pau, they won't really care. What they want is the opportunity to defend a title. Absolutely phenomenal performance in Hungary was the foundation for the win. But that puts Bilbao into the final. Win both games. Still have only lost 4 times since January the 1st. One of the form teams across Europe, you could argue. And now they've got a chance to repeat and pick up the silverware. Szombathely go and thank their traveling fans. That's a nice and fully expected thing to do. Margiris Normantas, the Lithuanian, again, incredible performance by him. Nice little contingent of Hungarian fans made the trip. And there's the confirmation. Bilbao win the second leg, 95-88. After winning the first leg by 17 points, they win the tie by 24 points. There's the statistics. Bilbao shot 70% from 2-point range. Just so efficient and effective on the ball movement. Good response by Szombathely. Gave themselves a chance. But in the end, you put it down to being a little sloppy before halftime and then again turning the ball over at key moments when they had an opportunity to potentially get the win. So the crowd celebrate. They're getting ready for a cup final. They're getting ready for the FIBA Europe Cup final. Chance to defend the title. We'll leave you with some real pictures of joy. Gonna get to see some highlights of that game. Tremendous performance by Bilbao. Crowd happy, team happy. Final on the way. Commiserations to Szombathely, but they should celebrate their achievement in this FIBA Europe Cup competition to make the semi-final. But for now, looking forward to the final already. Bilbao, chance to repeat. But for now, we'll say goodbye from the Bilbao Arena. I'm sure you've enjoyed that one. Let's look forward to the final, and we'll see you for that one. Bye for now.